Hey guys, it's Mark from parkflyers.com. So if somebody were to ask me what's the best ready-to-run car that you can buy today, and that's going to be the Arrma Kraton XS. It's one of my all-time favorite cars. The car is just right. It drives great out of the box. It's an all-time classic. There's a lot of companies that tried to copy this whole platform, and Arrma just kept improving it over the years, and we are at the EXB edition that you see here. Now, even though it's in EXB form, we actually wanted to improve it even further. We basically stripped the entire chassis and most of its components, and we replaced it with M2C very, very high-grade parts. This is the Beefcake chassis kit. It comes with tremendous amounts of aluminum parts, including the chassis. It's a beautiful machine chassis. The work on this is second to none. Very, very high quality, very thick and very durable. You have the rear and the front shock towers made out of a very thick, high quality aluminum. You're not going to get any better machine work than these. If you want the best, just go with M2C. You have the center differential mounts here for the chassis brace. You also have the chassis braces here, as you see them, beautifully machined, and they're not in any type of anodized color, so that it doesn't look childish. It's a really grown-up look, and you get a really beautiful fit and finish on all the upgrade parts that come in the Beefcake kit. It is well worth the price. Now, you do have to strip the kit down. It is a lot of work. Chris, the contractor who buys a lot of cars for me, just told me make the best Kraton that you can. And basically, I'm going to go through all the other stuff we did to this car and show you why this is the best Kraton XS EXB in North America. So the one thing I want to tell you, and it's basically a praise for Arrma, is that no company makes an upgraded shock for this car. And there's a reason, because these are really the best shocks. Even M2C makes an upgrade kit for these shocks. Really, they're for the older shocks. These are the newer, improved ones. These have emulsion caps, just like the M2C kit, and they also have the Delrin pistons inside. And they're just really machined to perfection. There really is no improvement on the shocks. So if anybody tries to sell you a better shock for this car, just run fast. It's not true. These are the best shocks. So there is no replacement, and it's not really smart if you buy the M2C Delrin piston and cap kit, because it's not going to improve anything. The way this comes out of the factory is really the best. So the other thing that we want to talk about is another company in England called Scorched RC. They make very, very beautiful parts, machined aluminum, and they're really almost like exotic pieces of art. We put this on the car. You have titanium pillow ball ends here. They're extremely lightweight, much lighter than the steel ones that come with the car. So the unsprung weight lightens up. It lets the suspension react quicker. It's a beautiful upgrade. Very expensive to get it over here from England with the tariffs and the shipping. It's a fortune, but it is worth it if you're into exotic parts. We did the front and rear carriers in these Scorched RC aluminum parts. We also bought their motor mount. It's extremely exotic. It has it's a round swivel design. And the guy who made this part is an absolute genius. It's just a beautiful exotic part. We love the way it looks. We love the way it goes on the car, and it really holds that motor nice. If you look, we put all the electronics here, extremely neat and very tidy, and this little motor mount helps us do that. For the Cobra 8 ESC and motor combo, this is going to power the car. It's better than the stock Spectrum electronics. You're going to be able to gear this a little bit more aggressively without overheating. Much higher quality motor Castle makes, and the speed control's 32-bit processing, just state of the art. The fan doesn't even go on until it needs it. It's very, very smart, this speed control. And we put the RPM mount here. It's a speed control mount specifically made for this Arrma car. If you look at it, you mount the on-off switch on it. It's like around 12 bucks. It's worth every penny. If you're going to get this car, you put that in there. You make your Cobra look nice and neat and looks great. Put the IC5 connector on that. We're going to run 6S. We have an SMC 6S battery in this car. We ran the antenna out of the box and up through here. We snaked it in one of these little vents here so that it holds the antenna up high. As far as the tires go, so the stock tires, you all know I don't like the bigger basher tires. They're oversized, and of course they're fun for bashing and all the all-out driving. However, Power Hobby makes a really nice tire, and it's the Raptor MX, and basically it's here. So it's a lot smaller than the stock tire. I'm going to show you. It lowers the rotating mass in the moment of inertia. So You get lower center of gravity. The car ends up handling a lot better. And these are belted, so you don't really have any expansion on full throttle. They hold their shape. They're a really good compound. They last a long time. I think the car looks a lot better. I'm going to quickly put on the wheel just to show you the stance on it. It's got a little bit wider stance. It looks a little bit better. It's more size appropriate for the car. And it does enhance the handling performance by quite a bit. If you're into jumping and moving the car around in jumps, of course you can go with the bigger tire. It's not for me. I like more precision driving, which this car was really built for. And I think the customer is absolutely going to love this car. Now, a lot of people comment in the videos that they get upset because they see a lot of these, very expensive bills and they can't afford them. I wanted to take a survey, and if you can comment below, if we built a car like this and raffled it off through a third-party website, how many of you guys would actually enter the raffle? Is it worth doing? Just leave a comment below. We would love to have somebody that really couldn't afford something like this. We want to put something like this in your hands. So if you would do the raffle for 10 or 15 bucks, just let us know. And maybe we'll do one of these and raffle it off. It'll be a great way for people that normally don't spend this much money to get into an extreme version of an RC car, which is a really good experience. As far as the universals on the car, we also went with Scorched RC Racing. If you see, they're beautifully thick titanium universals. They're on all corners and through the center of the car. Okay, and basically they're much lighter than steel. They're almost the same weight as aluminum, and they're as strong as steel, if not stronger. A very, very nice upgrade from Scorched RC, and really trick parts if you really have the money and you just want to build one car and really just end it at that, and you like exotic things. I recommend this build for anybody. This is just one of those exotic builds that really it just drives so well. It takes something that's amazing, it makes it even better. I can't tell you how good this car drives. This is not the first one I built for a customer, but this is one of the best I think the best ones we've ever done, and I'm definitely going to build more like this, especially if we do a raffle. This is just an incredible kit, and all the upgrades on it, everything has a purpose. Now, just to let you know, we left the stock steering servo in there. We think it's adequate. It's the S665. We don't like to waste the customer's money. We think you should use that servo until it breaks, and then basically put a Power Hobby 760 MG in there. But it's extremely fast, centers perfectly, and there's no need to upgrade that servo and waste money. You see that we spent a lot of the money on the parts that really make a lot of sense and really add to the performance. As you know, the EXB edition has the aluminum differential cases. Now that is definitely a big deal as far as keeping the diffs aligned properly. They're not plastic, they don't flex at all. And it's a really nice addition. You can buy these separate and upgrade your regular crane if you want. We have these in stock, front and rear. They're just a really good diff case, and they really keep the gears perfectly aligned. Now, one thing I will tell you, and that's you have to maintain the differentials on this car. All the Arrma cars, they put a certain amount of differential fluid from the factory, so you do have to really maintain them and basically make sure they're filled. If they're not filled, you're going to have problems, but you want to just make sure to always, be maintaining your differentials, top them off, and never use earplugs in your center differential, especially on an off-road car. It's going to make it drive like crap. You basically, by putting plugs in the center, you're eliminating all the benefits of a center differential, and to me it makes no sense. So try to avoid the earplugs, and just like I said, fill them with oil. A lot of people don't know this. The reason why they fail is because they're not filled all the way. People drive through water, it kind of drains the differentials of all their fluids, and people keep driving until they blow up. So avoid driving in wet conditions, and always make sure that your differentials are completely topped off and full. Anyway, this is Mark from parkflyers.com signing off. We hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.